Hello, I'm Charlene of the Rainbow Frequency, and today, in honor of the full wolf moon and the many other names in Cancer, we're going to do a guided meditation where we become a tree, then we go into our sacred space within a cave, and more. So find a spot to sit down or lie down and relax. It is my intention to aid you in your highest good, as it is appropriate for where you are in your healing journey in ways that delight you, mind, body, and spirit. Take a deep breath. And I'm also saying hello to everyone, by the way. Okay. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold it momentarily and exhale. Again, deep breath in. Hold it momentarily and exhale. Nobody needs or wants you at this time. Deep breath in, hold it momentarily, and exhale, growing your roots down, starting from your waist, down your pelvis, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, and feet, down through any and all surfaces, through all the layers of the earth, down till they reach the underground cave. They slip into the crystalline pool and connect to your crystalline grid. You give thanks for this support. Then you go down further still, your roots intertwining to form a cord, braided together, that wraps around the core of the earth. You give thanks for this support, and in exchange, this elemental, protective, nutrient rich energy comes back up through your roots, collecting all the necessary elements as they go up through the layers of the earth, back up to the soles of your feet, up through the top of your feet, up your ankles, up your shins, calves, knees, thighs, up through your pelvis, up into your abdomen. Again, deep breath in, and as you exhale, you grow upward, forming into the trunk of a tree, torso, chest, and shoulders. Then your arms raise, fingers splayed, forming into branches that stretch skyward, up, past the clouds, through the atmosphere, till they break through to the cosmos. There, amongst the myriad of planets and stars, they connect to the celestine grid. You give thanks for this support. Then your branches travel further still until they wrap around the center of the cosmos. You give thanks for this support, and in exchange, celestial light washes back down your branches, ensconcing you in a sphere of sacred light, going back down your branches, all the way down your chakra system, clearing as needed any blockages, cleansing, purifying, opening, and activating as it is holistically best for you as an individual. The energies of above and below now flowing through you as they should, like blood flowing through the chambers of a sacred heart. You are grounded, you are centered, you are safe to travel freely. See yourself in your tree form. Connect to your tree body. Feel your root system and the connectivity to the earth and all that there is in loving, peaceful harmony. A moon glade surrounds you, its rainbow halo, washing you, cleansing you, and clearing you further, filling you with love, bringing you clarity and the blessings that are yours. Then you step out of your tree body and your energetic form. If you can, sense this form for yourself. Then beneath your root system, you go down into your cave, the sacred space. It has everything you could want or need, cozy and secure. You go down 3 steps into this space. You light a fire and you sit down. Your guides are there, your helpers, your guardians, your ancestors, all the energies that are there to support you in your highest good and delight you in entirety. Your support team, they're there. Again, allow for your senses to cast out, feel, sense, however it is that you do, the support and love available to you. You're presented a medicinal beverage, a magic elixir, suited to where you are in your healing journey to best fit your needs. You drink this offering gladly. It delights your mouth, hydrating you, aiding your well-being physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, energetically, in all possible ways that are necessary for you right now, repairing you in all ways, revitalizing you. Feel the security, the stability. Feel yourself knitting back together into wholeness, delighting in your aspects, your multifaceted, multidimensional beauty, your divine orchestration. You're presented with a meal, the most delicious, nutrient-rich food that delights you, sates you on all levels, rebuilding you, bringing you the vitality further that you need. Then you give your guides the clothes that you are wearing, telling them what to do with them. And then they take you to a copper basin filled with warm water, whatever temperature best suits you. You slip in to this water filled with crystals, flowers, salt, and anointing oils that further soothe, cleanse, purify, and exalt you. You let go, releasing the tension in your body. Again, sigh out. Relaxing your scalp muscles, your forehead, unknitting your brows, releasing the tension at your temples, your eyes, nose, upper jaw, back of the head, lower jaw. Releasing the tension, the base of the skull, the neck, throat, down, unknitting the tension between your shoulder blades, down your arms, hands, fingers, down your chest, upper back, torso, releasing the tension, unknotting the muscles, relaxing you beautifully, thoroughly and well, down your torso, abdomen, glutes, down your legs, feet and toes, releasing what no longer serves your highest good, as it is appropriate and allowable at this time. Then, when you're ready, you pull the plug, letting the water swirl down, letting it go, blessing the past, letting go appropriately so that you may have new vitality, blessings come to you, filling you up with love, holistic wellness. Then you step out of the tub, the water draining away, being transmuted to highest good energy for all involved. You're handed a robe after drying off. See the color of this robe. You go back by the fire, pleasantly warm. They feed the fire with resins, sacred herbs, and all that feeds your soul, igniting you. You step pleasantly into these sacred flames that cannot hurt you. They only forge you stronger, igniting you into your full light, your sovereignty. Again, purifying you in the divine ways that embolden you into your authenticity. Feel your radiance. Dance to your own rhythm. In these flames that support you in the highest good, blessed ways. Call back all of your power that is in your highest good and delights you in entirety. Fill your cup that has been purified anew. Then you step out and they present you with new clothes. You put them on. They feel like a second skin, so comfortable and well suited. You step in front of a mirror, seeing yourself as you are in your divine radiance. Place your hands on this mirror, fully connected to yourself and all your entirety, feeling the love that surrounds you, that runs through you. And then you step through the mirror, joining your higher self, coming together. You walk through a sacred grove of trees. Again, all that is there to support you joins you as you walk. Use all of your senses as you walk through the trees. A soft bed of moss beneath you, ferns brushing against you like cats, their tails rubbing against your legs. You walk through these trees as ancient as the earth itself, the silent observers, the wisdom keepers. You feel your connection, and you keep going until you reach a hedge grove, a sacred circle cut amidst the trees. You step inside. First, there's a ring of mushrooms. You give thanks for safe entrance, and you enter this ring of concentric circles. Next, you come to a ring of sacred symbols, the angelic realm. You step inside, feeling the angel wings encircling you, the love further nestling you in. Then you come to a ring of standing stones. Again, you feel the ancestors, the ancient ones, as you enter this circle. And then you lie down on the grass amidst the wildflowers, their essences further encircling you. Feel the energy of the earth, of the heavens. I give you a moment in this sacred space. Then, before you head back, you're presented a gift. You tuck it somewhere safe to bring back with you. You give thanks for the space. You're told you can come back at any time. It is yours, this sacred terrain, available to restore you and give you love as needed. Then you walk back out the way that you came, back through the concentric circles, through the hedge grove, back through the portal into the cave, all the way back into your tree body. Again, seeing the tree that you are, all the way back into your body in the here and now to where you are in the material plane, all the way back, grounding, all the way in, wiggling your fingers and toes, scrunching the muscles of your face, wiggling, and whenever you're ready, opening your eyes. Oh, enough of the temple sounds radio. I love temple sounds, by the way. They're not paying me for this advertisement, but I love them. But we don't need their meditation on top of mine. I hope you enjoyed that. If any of you, I have some questions to prompt you with. If anyone wants to, whenever they feel it, type in what tree they saw themselves as. That's something to think on. If you don't know what sort of tree it is, you just saw it in your mind, you can always do an internet search to look at all the different trees out there. Because personally, one thing I really suggest is looking into the symbolism, spiritual and otherwise, of the tree that you are. And again, thank you all for being here. I really love the community that we have together. I am an energy balancing practitioner, certified as a Reiki master teacher. I have psychic abilities that I use to help guide people to recover themselves holistically for themselves. You are the one self-healing. I just help facilitate you on that journey. All that I do, card readings, my photography, is in this endeavor to aid you holistically in your well-being and give you this loving support. Next question to think on. Who was there with you? What did you see with you? Were there animals? Did you see them? Did you feel them? Did you hear them? All of your senses. Use them. Your imagination is a sense, and your senses are all there to support you in your well-being, very simply. So there's that question. Then, and it's not limited to only these questions by any means. When you got out of the bathtub, what color was your robe? What did your clothes look like when they dressed you? What did they give you to drink? What did you eat? All that comes in these meditations. It doesn't necessarily make sense because the esoteric isn't necessarily going to work in that way. But at the same time, because for me, it's very symbolic. Anyway, but at the same time, they're clues. They're things to look into, to lean into. I personally love reading into the symbolism behind what presents itself. I always look in to see what the symbolism is to my tree because I tend to be different trees. As someone who is very familiar with the chakra system, colors have a lot of meaning for me. I personally, I love just exploring how spirit and my guides, guardians, and helpers want to present themselves to me. And I have to do my best to just enjoy it and not overthink it. And then at the same time, after the fact, I never do this, but, write it down so that you can really ponder it and chew on it. I do chew on my meditations and what comes through because, again, it perplexes the loving hell out of me. For example, I would go into my meditative space, and for me, there are a lot of animals. Surprise, surprise, if you know me. And because really, I'll be honest, when they come in human form, a lot of times I'm like, you? What are you doing here? What? I'm not so receptive. I'm getting better at it. It's taken me some time, I will admit. I can be very hard-headed. It goes with the horns, I suppose. But animals, I'm like, hey, what's up? Awesome. But recently, I've had the experience where I kept having these entities lick me, like up the forehead or like in a loving animal sort of fashion. And I was just like, what? Like, it felt good, like first things first, how does it feel? It feels really good. But at the same time, I was like, why are they licking me? How bizarre. And then, after I chewed on it a long time and really thought, like, well, why do animals lick you? Being a big dog and cat person, like, they lick you to clean you, they love you. There's also healing properties to their saliva. So I was like, okay, cool, But, it was just this odd experience that I would not, like, a lot of times I'm like, I'll put on music, again, like temple sounds or different things on there. And I just let myself float away to wherever they want to take me. A lot of times it's different landscapes, but I just experience what comes in my meditations. And it is weird. I would never in a million years think that I would go to some of these places and have animals lick me. It's just like, how bizarre. But then again, like, how lovely. And give yourself the freedom to get a little wacky, right? Give yourself the freedom to let go and play with your imagination, your meditative journey space, whatever you want to label this. But in that brainwave space, it's very restorative, however you want to look at it. Hello again to everyone that is out there. If you want to do a live video with me, we should talk about it beforehand. I don't know you, Mr. Eric Bin, or whatever gender orientation you want to claim. So no, we're not going to have you jump in. But if anyone wants to comment, that would be lovely. Say what you experienced, share with us if you like. In that manner, let's have some dialogue. Otherwise, I will, let's see, while I wait, let's pull a card. Again, card readings. Well, card reading and rune reading was where I started when I was 15, connecting with spirit after, well, actually writing was the first way, but then card reading. And it's a visual method for spirit to connect with you, to give you those synchronistic moments. We got the apple. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. It's a very great way to bring yourself a little energy. They say it has more energy than a cup of coffee. As a coffee lover, I don't know about that. But at the same time, I do try to eat an apple each day. I try really to have it as my first thing to eat. Some studies say that it's a great thing to eat before going to bed, so do what's best for you. But fruit, if you can get your hands on it, very good, especially in its raw form. And again, there's a lot of symbolism. Persephone is linked to the apple, although some people say it's a pomegranate, not really an apple. But however you want to look at it, we're in a period of rebirth, depending on your hemisphere that you're living in, if it's winter, we have that period where we kind of hibernate to restore our energy, to kind of sink into ourselves, so that when spring comes, we know where we want to head. If you're in the southern hemisphere and it's summer, in those really hot months and those dog days, which is interesting, I realized, because right about now we had Sirius, the dog star, that also comes into alignment with us in the summer if you're in the northern hemisphere. But on both accounts, you have those dog days upon you, whether it's winter or summer. Sirius comes into alignment in August at the 8/8 portal, and then just recently around the winter solstice. So I find that very fascinating, and these are the things I ruminate upon, because the cosmos, very important energies and elements that have great effect. It's not just the moon that affects us, and I will say this over and over and over. Knowing yourself and how you fit into the equation is half the battle. Look at your star chart. Look at your ancestry. Look into who joins you as your guides, guardians, helpers in that meditative, shamanic journeying plane. Because it's important, and it helps you get through easier instead of having to do it the hard way all alone, right? All that from just one apple. Anyway, merry first full moon of the new year to you too, Miss White, Jennifer J. Why Jennifer J? Did you give me some answers? Did you do the meditation? Did you have a color? Did you have a tree? Tell me. And then hello, diabolic nonchalance. Hello, hello, hello. Again, to everyone. I'm not going to scroll through the screen to see everyone because my eyes were closed to the first bit of it. Let's have one more card. And I always put them back. I mean to keep them out. Hold on. Oh, I'll find the apple later. Where did I put you, apple? I know it. There it is. I couldn't wait. All right. Okay. So apple's first card, second card. Oh, and if you, well, no, the apple doesn't have a number. The second card is 31, Island of Circled Fire. I'll give you guys close-ups. I have two screens going, so forgive me. All right, let's see. So we have a circle of fire, which we did step into in the meditation, which I love. Because again, in energy work, the violet flame or the threefold flame, the sacred flame, it isn't something to be feared. It purifies you, it cleanses you, it fortifies you, like being forged like metal in the flames on the forge. There's a man and a woman sitting at a table. So, and they're kind of in a pyramid. So to me, that's speaking of bringing into alignment your divine masculine and divine feminine aspects, selves. You know, that's, to break it down in a very simple manner, your intuitive and your action sides, you know. Because you can't be all action without ruminating and using your intuitive or instinctual self. You know, it then haste makes waste, right? So you have to be balanced where you use your senses, you take it all in so that you make wise decisions that fit actually where you are in reality, not what you might have on first glance perceived that wasn't fully the whole story, maybe. Let's see what else. We have this young person in front of the table playing with dogs. That to me speaks of your inner child, you know? So again, there's three individuals, which that Holy Trinity, the sacred number, the power of three. So again, divine masculine, divine feminine, inner child. That's not all that you're made of by any means. It goes beyond that. But at the same time, start there. Nurture those sides of yourself and connect with them so that you can be more balanced. What else do we have in this? There's a mirror, which we also had in the meditation. I love it when this happens. And then there's a cup on the table, which we did feed ourselves and drink. So I love the synchronicity. You know, this is it happening right before your face, before your eyes, whatever. Yellow, White Jennifer J says, and mulberry. Mulberries have amazing symbolism. So go look on the internet, or if you have a book for it, but look into the symbolism. I love a mulberry tree. They're very powerful, very lovely indeed. But I love trees. I really do, if you haven't noticed. And yellow, that's a great color. Again, big chakra fan, solar plexus, your confidence, your soul self, your soul purpose, many, many more things, but it's that soul fire. So love, love, love. Let's see, what else? What do we want to do? The cards are a little ways away. We'll go to Edward Gorey. What do we need to know right now, energetically? Again, if anyone else wants to chime in, I would love it. And then I'll have to go shortly, because I have to work today. No rest for the wicked. Just kidding. You want that one? Oh, we got plant. Which, again, we had in the meditation. Give you a little bit of a close-up. That grounding, being connected, that as above, so below. Again, flowers, for me, it's that beautiful authenticity. Flowers don't care about who's growing around them. It's not a competition. They're going to bloom and thrive as they're designed to. And it's a beautiful spirit in essence. A lot of times, in meditation, I'll go into the sacred garden and see myself in my plant form and love myself fully in that form. Because again, I really respond to the natural world a little bit more so than the human form. But that's just me. I mean, I like humans a lot, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, they're complicated, right? Plants and animals. I don't know. I guess it's the ego, because plants and animals, objects, they're easier for me because they don't have the ego that gets complicated as humans do. I mean, again, I do love working with humans, obviously, as I connect with you all, but the natural world, man, go spend time with it. It's beautiful. All right, chakras. What chakra do we collectively want to look at? Impatience, which I love how it looks like a full moon with this person. They're climbing a ladder. So they're trying to get somewhere. They're trying to evolve, perhaps. They're trying to ascend, is another way of looking at it, I suppose. And spirits around them, their guides, guardians, helpers, ancestors, whatever you want to call it, God, is there supporting them and helping them along, but they're impatient because they're on the ego's time, And I will say this energy really does speak to this, because while I'm really enjoying as a Capricorn with my moon in Cancer this time and space, I love Capricorn season. I just do. I have felt cranky. I have felt irritable. I have felt the need to really be conscious about how much time I expend or how much energy I expend outside of myself. I'm in that hibernation mode. And again, if it's the dog days of summer, you slow down. You eat lighter foods because it is a bit of a slower energy then too. It can be. Everyone's different. And we get impatient because we want to get there. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Is it working? Is it working? I don't know. Is it changing? I don't know. And it's that like slow your roll, breathe, relax. It's happening, but you have to take it one step at a time and enjoy yourself on each leg of the journey. All right. Two more cards, and then I'm out. So again, if anyone else wants to talk about what they saw in their journey, meditation, let me know. Or if you want to tell me later, I'm happy to hear. I do this professionally, but I also do it on social media for free to support the world at large and also give people insight as to how this work can be done. All right, what tarot card for us as a collective? Bottom of the deck and the top of the deck, they say. We got Judgment and the King of Pentacles. All right. I don't always do this, but today we're going to do it. Typically, I will just tell you my own feelings from the card, but today I want to read Judgment straight from the Crow's Mouth. By the way, this is the Crow Tarot by MJ Cullinane. I hope I said that right. All right, Judgment. Transition, reincarnation, rebirth, element, fire. The crow calls out for those who are ready to rise up and face their past by accepting the judgment. Only by acknowledging the history will you be able to move forward into the future. Now is an excellent time to meditate and listen to your inner voice. It is only through quiet contemplation that you find a path to absolution. The Judgment card may reflect a recent awakening that moved you to take stock. Yeah. That speaks beautifully to the meditation again. I love that. For me, and there are many other connotations, but this right here, this symbol to me is like the Red Cross, that physical aid coming in. Of course, it's a flag, I know, but I love the standing stones or the stone formations. I love this, this corporal crow and then these spirit crows also being there with them. So again, I hope that part of this judgment, so to speak, was you coming into this meditation, really leaving the critic and having a critique moment, the judgment, not in a negative sense, but an awakening of self, of seeing yourself instead of through a negative lens, through a positive lens. Also, the judgment of how much love and support is around you, right? King of Pentacles, tarot is a progression, and the king is the ultimate in the pentacle suit or the coin suit, and this is the material plane. This is, in one essence, gaining mastery over your material plane. This can speak to career. This can speak to relationships that are more of a working relationship, which your family can fall into, as well as the loving side of relationship. But, you see this crow sitting on a throne with their crown on. They're in their power, their sovereign self. This is the North Star that's guiding them. It's also a symbol of healing and authenticity. The pentacle is a joining of the elements through the aid of spirit, is one way to look at it. You see all this growth and abundance. Their tree, they're grounded, they're in alignment with their inner abundance, their prosperity, their power, and they're sitting pretty and feeling good, so this is, get yourself together so that you can be on top of your game, right? Because you are your own hero in this quest, right? At the end of the day, no one's going to do it but you do have support around you, so make best use of it, right? All right. Then we're going to end it with a goddess card. Ginger mint tea, spring, and oat cookies with dried fruits. I highly suggest, you look into the medicinal and whatnot properties of ginger and mint if you don't already know, and that might be something for you to drink. And oat cookies with dried fruits sound lovely and easy to make, perhaps. So, it doesn't always work this way, but it could be that your intuition or spirit, your psychic self, is telling you, your higher consciousness, whatever, your inner knowing, whatever you would like to call it, is telling you what your body needs. I often will crave certain things at certain times, and I've learned, yes, maybe not always potato chips, but when I'm craving green beans, maybe I should eat them. All right, the goddess we got is Themis. Themis is one of the oldest and most revered of the Greek goddesses. Daughter of Gaia, the earth goddess, Themis is the mother of the three fates, who determine the destiny of all mortals and gods. Shown here as the giver of dreams, she was once consulted at Delphi as the bestower of oracles. Themis is prophecy incarnate. Her oracles derive from her sense of order and connection to nature. In later Greek mythology, transferred to the Mount Olympus, she personified the social order of law and custom a reminder that social order is ultimately dependent on the natural order of the earth. Themis is a grounded, earthy goddess who is also comfortable moving through the shifting, mantic world of dreams. She is deep wisdom, familiar with both the depths of earth and the heights of sky, a guide into soul. Ah, I love that. And I have never actually pulled this card as of yet. Sorry, 2 screens. I feel like Batman or Batgirl when she's the Oracle. Ooh, synchronicity. Which I have been thinking a lot about oracles lately. And this is why I love what I do. Because again, that card does speak beautifully to what we were talking about, connecting to through this meditation. Okie dokie, artichoke. So, I will give you all a few more moments. What do I want to do? I'll show you some rocks and see if you have anything else that you want to say. This is a conglomeration. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it to you, but so well. There are these formations in the crystal that look like feather or flower sort of fans. And then there's crystal, you can't really see it. Oh well, but crystal points of quartz coming out. Love it. I really love when different rocks come together, mashing together, and then, if you have the impressions of different plant life embedded. Oh, my stars and garters makes me happy. This is a bit of fossilized coral. I forget what they call it. Something's pipe. If you guys know, please tell me. But again, I love the natural world. I love fossils. I love it all. Maybe not at all, but a lot of it. I'm learning to love yuccas. That's taken some time. I'll present with you this metal owl, something a little different. Metal. Gotta love some metal. My friend Casey gave this to me many moons ago. And I hope you have a wonderful day. One last rock before I walk. A chunk of formica. A stack. I love how it came together. Thank you, White Jennifer J. Anywho, I'm going to bid you adieu. Best wishes, all the love, be well holistically. Thank you for joining me. Again, I do this professionally. If you're interested in booking a card reading or an energy balancing service, working together, doing a video together, anything and all, talk to me. Best wishes, all the love. Go get 'em, tigers, and I'll see you next time. Doot, doot, doot.